you never know like who can be dirty though, because then that's a bad chemical reaction there.
What do you think about what do people say about you?
Like me in general?
I mean, like, what labels do they put on you? Like names people call you or things they called you?
Well, I wasn't all about labels at the time. I was aware they were there, but being called, like special kids, kid, like retard, I hate that word, by the way, because I wouldn't use it against anybody else. I'm the type of person to not judge anybody, like whoever they is, like, because I'm all about knowing this person before that, and how people felt about me, whether it was good, that's great. If bad, that's good too. If it was bad or like hating and all that stuff, that's fine too. Like, I'm not here to please anybody. We all ain't perfect, whatnot. I mean, we ain't trying to be perfect. I mean, we want humanity to be perfect, but us human beings ain't perfect, and that's the 50 problem.
Can you stay still, please? Question again. What can young people do to change the world?
Care, guide, and accept.
What you mean by that? Like a quick sentence for each one.
Care. The first one is just for everyone to give a damn, to actually give a shit. To guide them through out of the darkness, guide them through any negativity. Like, do something positive, you know what I'm saying? Guide them to the road to positivity and redemption, and accept them for who they are. Don't go around trying to judge them behind their back, smiling in their face with all that fake smile and all that bullshit. I mean, really accept. I know I do. Why? Because if it was me, if I was gonna go around and try to I would accept that person. I don't care if that human is white, black, or gay, or straight, or whatever. I don't care. I don't really give a damn. I'm gonna accept that person.
Damn, Ronald, your family think you stink.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, talking is cheap. But we can't all condemn the white man. There's something we got to do. The white man is doomed, but we got to help him on his way. And I don't mean in the jest of hate. I mean according to the plan of divine providence. He that has been up a long time must come down. He that's been down a long time must rise.
If you are an American Negro and an American Negro only, subscribe to YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify, Rumble, and non-crackers at Apple, Twitter X, or White Trees.
Sister is black, but she is sure not pretty, and her skirt is short. Lord knows the legs are steady, and to walk to school, she's got to get up early. Her clothes are on, but they are never ever dirty. They're living just enough, that's enough for the city. Her brother is smart, he's got more sense than many. His patience is long, but soon he won't have any. 'Cause to find a job is like a haystack needle. Was where he lives, they don't use colored people. They're living just enough for the city.
And now, our feature presentation.
But we can't all condemn the white man. There's something we got to do. The white man is doomed, but we got to
Welcome to Rasslin with Racism, where we wrestle with racism every single day of our lives. If you are an American Negro and you are not subscribed to Rasslin with Racism, check out the other content. And if it hits you to the core, subscribe and share with every single American Negro that you know, whether they're wrestling fans or not. You may also find Rasslin with Racism on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Fanbase, Spotify, Rumble, and at Non-Crackers at Al on Twitter X, where you can find more white truths. This is part 3 of a now 6-part series, as this is our season 2 finale, discussing what makes a coon a coon. Is cooning a form of mental illness? And of course, can a coon be restored? This is part 3 of a very important edition featuring our case study of the season, PeckerTom Ron. If you have not viewed part 1 and part 2, it is available on YouTube, and it is advised that you listen to those programs before viewing this one. In the meantime, enjoy the program, and we will be back for part 4
families as
on
well.
Tuesday.
You don't believe me? All those fucking tweets that I showed of him threatening Triple H and his family and his 3 daughters, and I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of you, Negroes, Black Knights.
Should be done before Black History Month, and we go from there. We're gonna do some book reading then.
Ronald, I just sent you an invite. Come on up here.
What's so funny over there, Ronald? Like,
He been laughing his ass off, I guess. This nigga really ain't got shit to do. You want to come up here, you can have a conversation, Ronald. I'ma back out. This is all you.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say. Everybody, y'all could talk to him. Anybody that want to jump in and ask him a question, but let him explain his position first, or else he gonna start, yelling and what they call crashing out.
Well, I got the soft armor today because I'm in the library, so I can't go too hard on him.
Well, he's not coming up here anyway. He's staying on listener now. He was on request for a minute.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying? He dipped out for a minute. You can bring that little African bitch up here too. Oh, he dipped out again. He's scared of you. Nah, I doubt that's ever gonna happen. Mike, what's up?
Yeah, not much. Just got back from the store.
You ain't got to put your personal business out there and shit. Black people always coming from the store. That's what they gonna say. Why are niggers always coming from the store? Sorry. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Ronald ended up on the speaker. Ronald, I'm a mute Negro.
No. Why you gotta mute? Why you gotta mute? We all here now. Why you gotta mute? Why do you have to mute? We here now. Why you gotta mute? Everybody unmute right now. Come on.
All right. So Ronald, you got anything?
So look, I'm listening to your dumbass crash out, and it's spectacular. It's just funny. Like, for real, like, if this doesn't prove how fucking, if this doesn't, like, racist you are, if y'all don't know how y'all don't see this. You have yet to claim you love, but will continue to call them tethers and raccoons and handkerchief heads and so on and so forth. This whole delineating race bullshit is fucking exhausting. It is fucking stupid. You claim to love Black people. Let me ask you, you say this. Where the fuck was your respect for Black people, if you had it, when you condemned Shad Gaspard for saving his son to save his life? No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up. You condemned another Black man, a former wrestler, for saving his son from drowning. And you shifted the blame to his wife and his son. You blamed a wife that lost her husband and the son who lost his father.
A white.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
White son.
Yeah, this motherfucker will continuously send death threats and, among other things, to their fucking families as well. You don't believe me? All those fucking tweets that I showed of him threatening Triple H and his family? And I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of you, Negroes, Black Knights.
Reverend Oates, what you doing in
But then again, of course, I wouldn't be surprised you would celebrate families getting killed. You right along with them. All these fucking FBA grifting ass niggas make.
Wait, you're crashing out, my guy.
Mike, hold on.
All these fucking FBA niggas make me sick.
Quick. Hey, Mike, real quick.
All of you fucking FBA niggas.
Real quick, you are aware that Triple H have heart issues, right?
Heart issues? Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes. So these are not death threats.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
It's possible that he will be dead.
Yes, they are.
20 years.
Yes, they are.
Go ahead, Ronald. I just wanted to clarify.
Yes, they are death threats. Fuck out of here.
Okay, go ahead.
What else would you call back in May when you threatened Triple H if Bianca and Jade Cargill, who you supported, by the way, what would you call wanting them to win if they didn't win, that Triple H will have more than a heart attack to worry about and worry about the safety of his children? What the fuck do you call that?
They won, didn't they?
And no, you still made the fucking threat. And then you made it, and then you made it again, and then you made it again. You made it again when they lost the tag team titles at Clash of the Castle. You made it again when they lost the titles, and you sent threats to their daughters again with a picture of Bianca Ellis. Mind you, y'all. He talked about this woman named Bianca Ellis. Yo got so heated. He got so heated because she got caught red-handed killing a 3-year-old child that HB celebrated. And his conspiracy theory was, the kid's mother, the white woman, was messing with her. Oh, he told Bianca Ellis, fuck you. He was blackmailing her and all that shit. Where's your evidence of that? Please tell me where's your evidence of proof. Oh, wait, I forgot. You don't have any. I forgot. Just like you, that Tony Khan sexually assaulted Jay Cargill, which is bullshit.
A major possibility.
You keep going with these major possibilities. Nah, nigga, I need fucking proof. Fuck all that possibility bullshit. Don't fucking talk to me like you got everyone else fucking stupid. Don't tell everyone. Don't give me with that bullshit like you got everybody else in here like following you like sheep, bro.
Ronald,
bro, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Who you are?
Shut the fuck up.
You don't know who you are?
Fuck up, bro.
You're an African. You're an African American.
There you go again with this ethnicity shit. I'm black, nigga.
Black is not an ethnicity.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
are you talking to me?
I'm talking to HB. I asked him who made him be.
Wait. I got a question for you, man. Why are you crashing out in the space, dude?
How am I crashing out? I'm laughing at this nigga. Like, this nigga is pathetic.
I'm gonna post what I really am saying in this space, but I'm at work right now. I'm working right now, and the guys are doing my job. But I'm going to share what I'm talking about because this is crazy. I'm just basing it off of solely of what I'm hearing right now. Read my post, man. Read that out loud, man.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, it's up there. It's the first one with the Dr. Umar one. He's looking at you with the one eye. Yeah. Read that.
So he's crashing out about interracial relationships in which the pussy. What is this about? For real?
Yeah, for real, bro. Like, why are you crashing out? I thought brothers die every day, but when the shoe's on the other foot.
How am I crashing out, bro?
Yeah,
you're talking to the biggest crash out on this who's leading this space.
Wait a minute here. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not screaming at you.
Bro, you're agreeing with this motherfucker. You're agreeing with him. And you've seen the shit that he tweets. You've seen the shit that he tweets. And the fact that you supported the death threats that he sent, To not let everyone else, especially the Lashley just now, you're supporting that shit?
Wait, slow down. First things first, I'm basing off of what you're doing right here, right now. All right?
This is not crashing out, bro. Y'all have different, y'all try to take away, like, y'all try to, like, define what a crash out is now. This is not a crash out. This is me speaking to you. This is me speaking to all these motherfuckers in here.
Wait, how we MFers, racial slurs, you know, and all this other crazy stuff, man. Like, come on, I thought we were brothers here.
Yeah, well, apparently this guy HB is making it clear that for some reason we're not all brothers, and he's the biggest racist in this space.
I'm sorry, I need you to be correct. My name is HBK.
I don't give a fuck what your name is. I don't give a fuck who you are.
HBK 400.
I don't give a fuck. Call yourself whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. No one cares.
Wait. Why are you being so vulgar, my guy? You're diving off the deep end.
I'm off the deep end compared to the guy who's hosting this space.
I'm not hearing taking the tone in which you're taking the tone with him.
Oh, what are you? What? Who gives a shit about my tone?
No,
what are you, some kind of tone actor?
No. I'm not trying to tone police. What I'm saying is how you're expressing yourself is in a hostile manner.
Oh, expressing myself because I'm very confrontational, right?
No, I'm not FBA, and you're crashing out on a whole situation that's not your own.
That's not my own. Okay. Please explain what's not my own. Please explain what's not my own. HB, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Ronald, can you tell me what FBA is? Ronald, can you tell me what FBA is, please?
Who doesn't know what FBA is? Y'all go on with this whole foundational Black American bullshit. Whatever the fuck that is.
What is it?
I just said it, dummy. You ain't fucking hear me?
What is a foundational Black American? Go ahead, Negro. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you're not. Sorry.
I'm trying to understand this guy's hostility, first of all. So, and you have more smoke. Wait, hear me out. You have more smoke for people in this space who have more similarities to you versus people who
I doubt that.
Wait, hear me out. Who is more oppositional to you in real life, who's affecting your outcome and how you live, how you make money. So how is that making sense? It seems like you're against your own interests to a certain extent.
Against my own interests, really?
Yeah.
Please do describe this to me. Please do.
I am describing it to you where you're being hostile to a group of people that could help you out. Why? But yet still,
I'm gonna want help from this guy, from him.
Wait, hear me out.
From this nigga.
Whoa. Don't use those words.
From the most racist black in this motherfucker? I don't think so. Fuck all that.
Whoa.
Ronald, I'm sorry to interrupt, Negro.
No, you're not.
What is a racist black?
You are literally racist, what you just did.
Can you explain
how do you not? So you're really going to do this again? You're really going to do this again where you think not even black people can be racist? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
You know what it means. You, for an example, you calling tethers, raccoons, handkerchiefs, and all this other remedial bullshit.
Who are you talking about specifically?
Who else? Unmute your mic.
Talking to a new audience, Ronald.
You're gonna keep. All y'all FBA.
What is the FBA?
Y'all are all acting
like. So people. What is the FBA?
Yeah. And on top of that,
so what else are you gonna tell me, HB? What else are you gonna have to spill on me? Come on. What else do you have to teach?
What is the FBA?
Come on, HB.
What's the foundation of Black American? All right, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm still trying to understand why you're crashing out, guy. I'm being civil with you because
This is not a crash.
I'm at a public venue, so I can't really go into detail, but I am getting right to the point with you. Like, I hear you crashing out on another demographic, but you're beating up on people in the space that are similar to you.
I am not fucking crashing out, bro. I'm calling out HB's bullshit.
No.
He talks about everyone being racist. He talks about everyone being racist when he clearly doesn't see that he's a much of a narcissist to never admit that he's a bigger racist himself. And he's a terroristic grifter at that.
Give me co-host, please, for a second, so I can talk to him, because I don't think I don't want to go too crazy while I'm in a public venue like the library. So, can you do me co-host for a second so I can talk to him? Thank you. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay, dude. I'm gonna speak roundabout because I'm in the library. You yelling at me. I got these headphones on, and your voice is just like holy smokes, dude. It's completely unnecessary. First things first, I need to know what is FBA to you, what is repair reparations to you, and your views on those two topics, and then we can go on further. Okay?
Who the fuck cares?
I need to hear correct sentences on your views, not slander, not cursing, none of that. Just
who the fuck cares?
No, speak normal, dude.
Who the fuck cares?
So you don't think it's important? Am I correct?
Who cares?
It's a conversation amongst American Negroes, Ronald.
Who cares?
Be an adult and speak.
Who cares?
Be an adult.
Who
cares?
No. Wait. Can you act like you're on the media and you're speaking with other people? And so you'll say that to a news reporter. Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares?
Right.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who the fuck cares?
So why do you have this position?
Who the fuck cares?
Okay. Since you don't care, what you need to do is you should holler at Brother President Sean. I think there's an opt-out form for you that you can sign for that. So when that day hits, the proceeds will go to an orphanage or something, and you just don't get a dime. Okay? How about that? So either HB4K, he just took off, dude.
And he done for the night.
I didn't even go hard on him, dude. I was just like, what the heck?
Repeating or they call it recidivism rate. That's still I don't want to use that $10 word. Shout out to college. A recidivism rate meaning that these are people that are continually going to jail, and they have not broken what they consider the cycle, right? And this is where you got that story of that white woman that was going in and out of jail multiple times, right? For petty charges. This is the other reason why they even came up with the 3-strike rule out in California. Like, these are some of the things that they have used to take advantage when they had a much more of a human rights issue more than it was a criminal issue. Like, if somebody was stealing a loaf of bread and they might have gotten a scrap but they didn't hurt nobody, but they pushed somebody over in the process, that could be a 3-strike situation in California and how they were implemented unjustly against black folks, right? And people, we don't look at that as a people in that manner.
And who would charge it specifically?
Yeah, they weren't trying to solve the issue. They were trying to relocate it and move the issue, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to solve the issues that were going on in the street that was unjustly hurting our people. They would just rather put them in jail, and there's a solution. There you go.
So, that going back to PeckerTom Ron, certain black people that, if you see a Negro do wrong and it's clear that you see them do wrong, y'all just jump on the side of white folk specifically and be like, when you do wrong, you need to be put in prison and you gotta stop putting Negroes down. Because at the same time, people don't realize that Roger Jackson's mother got killed
not just a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? His father, Rampage Jackson, already recognized that he has mental health issues. This been recognized long before he did what he did. This is his son, and he also trains to fight. And he is training to fight. I think he only had one official fight, but he actually, in training, caught a concussion just days before that, or it might have been the day before. You know what I'm saying? So technically, he was under concussion protocol. So technically, he should not have been out. But he did go out, and he went to a wrestling show, and he was a streamer too. And so he went to a wrestling show just visiting somebody else, and a white man decided to put his hands on him. Not only did he put his hands on him, he slapped him with a beer can in his head. Okay, whether he knew his condition or not, he should not have slapped him with that beer can, but whatever. You had this guy getting antagonized the entire day after that. When they told him that way that we could straighten this out is we could put you in the ring. Wrestling is a fake sport, and it takes a lot of training to learn how to hit somebody for fake. It takes a lot of training to learn how to, work and wrestle around. It takes a lot of training to do that. And you can't train a person who knows how to fight for real, to punch for real, if anything, to do that stuff for fake. They didn't even do no type of training stuff. They just said you could go in the ring and attack this guy. So anyway, he did go in there, and he went in there and brutalized him. He punched him 22, 23 times in the head, knocking him unconscious after the first one. All right? Well, if you feel like this guy went overboard or not, you don't publicly ask for this man to be put in prison. You got Negroes that's out here siding with the whites, saying that he should get the death penalty, when they should be checking his mental.
Crazy because the white folks, they will check the mentals of their type of individuals when they see.
Well, that's my point, right? That's what I'm saying. The Negroes should not be jumping on this shit so quickly. We should, if you feel like he was wrong, you should be more out open in public to encourage this motherfucker to get better.
I agree with you on that.
You didn't kill nobody. You got an opportunity to do better. At the same time, who's to say it's not this one isolated incident? If you don't have a history of going out attacking people, at the end of the day, he was attacked first and directed to go in there and beat his ass. Nobody showed this motherfucker what he was going to do and how he was going to do it. They practically said, go out there and beat his ass. So you got Negroes out here asking for this man to be put in prison. Why are we so quick to roll people up under the bus? As soon as you see black people, it's like this issue with the they got Damon Jones and Chauncey Billups, and when they claim that they got 30 arrests, and I haven't heard a single white or Italian person named yet. They just putting these 3 or 4 people out there. And people are talking about what these brothers should not have been doing. They deserve prison because they make a certain amount of money and still doing something. It don't matter what the fuck you're doing. Why are y'all asking for these people to go to prison? Why are Negroes so eager to see a person go to prison, one, accused of doing wrong? Mind you, people hitting this shit before they even convicted. We got to start thinking of another method of reform besides automatically going straight to prison.
No, I agree with you on that. But the other aspect is that our community has a problem with self-defense, right? They don't want to understand it, nor do they. It's sad when they don't see the life and value the life that you might have, right? And they don't want you to defend the life that you're supposed to have, right? That's where I'm more or less getting at. That if you're doing the right thing, even if it's by law to protect yourself, you still might go to jail, just like that young brother like Camilo Anthony. It gets upheld by the black people in our society. That's the problem that I'm talking about here. Self-defense and the logic of self. Because they're saying that you can't preserve your life, Negro.
I mean, they will literally hit you with the You black, so you should have known that they were going to come at you 10 times harder. You know, Diddy can't do what he's accustomed to in his surroundings with Clive Davis and all them other creepy ass white motherfuckers that he done surrounded himself with. He can't do what he do. He should know better because he's black, so he deserves to be in prison. And at the same time, y'all not saying that Hugh Hefner and Clive Davis and all these other motherfuckers could be in prison. Clive Davis wrote a book about how nasty he was. These people write in books at the end of their life that they was pedophiles. Oh, she was 15 and I was 32. Elvis is still not condemned for fucking his wife.
You were 14 years old. Elvis was 24, right? Mm-hmm. How did your parents allow a 14-year-old teenager, baby, to be with this then superstar of...
It was not easy on my parents. You know, first of all, it was just an innocent meeting. And of course, you know, I was excited and I was reluctant because I didn't think they'd ever let me go. But it was just a one-time opportunity. That's all they thought it would be. I never expected him to ask me back. They never expected him to ask me back.
But Elvis did ask you back, and you saw him again and again. And you would get home very late at night and be exhausted the next day when you had to go to school. Mm-hmm. And your parents let you go again and again.
It's you know, when you're in love, it's hard to fight. And I was rebellious somewhat, meaning I didn't want to go to school, or I said I wouldn't go to school. Please let me, you know, he'd be out of my life after 6 months, and, you know, don't ruin my life because I really cared. And he came to the house and he was charming. He was wonderful, and my family had a lot of faith in him.
Were you mad about him?
Mm-hmm. I was, but our relationship it's very different. It was a very protective relationship from the very beginning. I don't know what it was about him, but he kind of took me under his arm and nourished me in many ways.
You write in your book, you're 14. Elvis would take me into his bedroom, and then we would kiss long, deep, passionate kisses, and his caresses would leave me weak with desire.
Yeah, it's true. There was an agreement, I guess, he made with himself that the woman that he decided to take for his wife, he was going to keep her that way until he married her.
Even then, in Germany, Elvis gave you Dexedrine. Mm-hmm. First time you'd seen pills.
I didn't know what was going on as far as, you know, pills or what they were, sleeping pills. I mean, he gave them to me to be helpful, to say, look, if it's really getting really bad and you're not doing well, you know, take a couple of these. But he was very cautious about them, and he said, don't take them a lot, and just take them if you really need them.
What do you think attracted a 24-year-old star to a 14-year-old inexperienced? Or am I telling you just as I say that? Is that what attracted him to you?
The inexperience, yes. I think when you're young, you kind of... I listened to him and did what he said. Want to go out with a lot of guys when they went out.
He was almost always with an entourage.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Elvis went back to America, was released from the service. You stayed in Germany. When you were 15, he says, come live with me in Memphis. And your parents said, okay.
They were going through it. They were having a hard time with it. I was in love. And they were caught between, well, if we don't let her go, you know, she'll sneak off and do it, or she'll catch a plane and go. My mother would cry and go, I don't know what to do. You know, and I feel badly because I did go through a lot.
Looking back, do you think your parents should have let you go to Memphis?
Yes.
Why?
Who knows? I maybe wouldn't have been married and had the child I have. Mm-hmm. I don't think they made a mistake.
Did Elvis mention marriage when you first moved to Memphis?
He was reluctant in mentioning marriage. Very little.
When Elvis...
Nobody questioned that because he married her when she was an adult. People think that it's condoned for black people to go to jail for the simple fact, not because of what they did, but because they should have known better. That's what I'm talking about. Why is the mindset that prison is okay? And I'm talking about for the guilty parties. Why do they feel like it's the ultimate number one? Why is that okay? Why do you feel like it's okay for America to imprison us? So with that being said, I do want everybody else to kind of participate on this. If prison isn't the ultimate way of reforming a person, and we already stated that mental health could help, one, to avoid, but, two, moving forward. Sometimes people need to release and break out whatever little issues they got, get a different perspective. But that prison can't provide. But what are all other ways to reform a person?
My perspective of the reform thing is actually delineating and separating. If they're if I look at cooning behavior, it's an extreme behavior, a mental health behavior, right? You're acting against your own interests, sometimes even acting against your own will. And then if it's starting to be a detriment to you and the others, this is how you might get an extreme case of, or he gave him the plans to get him killed. That officer right there, he ended up dying, committing suicide, hopping himself into traffic or something like that.
You're talking about Fred Hampton, right?
Not Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton was one of ours. It was the guy that ratted on him. He was a police informant, and he was working with the police.
I meant like you talking about his case. Yeah.
I'm talking about his case. I would say that these officers, the police department, they look for these mentally disturbed people, and they empower those. Like, it's no different from the boule. Not everybody can be a boule because they want a specific type of mentality.
Well, see, that's what I was saying about. But see, that's what I was saying about PeckerTom Ron. A person like PeckerTom Ron specifically, like, nigga, a lot of people got reasons as to why they do this shit too, because it can financially benefit people. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, you just a straight bump, and you still anti-black. Like what is your issue? Why are niggers animals to you? This is what he said. Why are they animals to you? Why is everybody, you got to hold black people accountable for every little thing? Black people, low IQ, he called us low IQ. He got all the white supremacists talking points, but nobody is paying you.
His name is William O'Neill. I had to do some digging real quick. William O'Neill. But you kind of see where I was getting at with that.
No, I got you. That's what I'm saying. Like, usually, generally, people got purposes, or they are forced into a situation to become anti-black. But what does it benefit the average nobody to be anti-Negro?
The reason why is a lot of people are anti-black in general is that Professor Black Truth touched upon it. It's the psychological benefits, the psychological pat on the head by the dominant society. There's somebody out there that might be patting that brother on his head, saying that what he's doing is right. They do that by maybe by liking a post, maybe sharing his content that are anti-Negro, that's anti-black. Like, that's the psychological aspect of patting them on the head. You kind of see where I'm going at with this?
Yeah.
And this is just the social media taste of it. I'm not giving the. Imagine if you could drop off $1 million.
We talk a lot about people being threatened into being coons. You believe that's possible?
Oh yeah, all the time. In the system of white supremacy, there are coercion, threatening, manipulation, lying, stealing. There are many different avenues in which they're willing to uphold the system because they're not going to do it on the up and up and on the upright. They're even doing it by gunpoint, right?
Yes.
Even by gunpoint.
Family threats, like I said, it's different when your family life is on the line. We know that it is possible that people cannot be cooned by choice. At the same time, can those forms of coons be restored?
If they're not doing things that are purposely that's going to affect like no more than 5 people, like their action is not going to affect like the whole community, then they could always be reformed. But if it's something that can and has the potential of impacting hundreds and thousands and millions, or even like a radius of like 10 or 15 in a square mile radius, I'm going to look at that person as a problem. I'll say that. I'll give examples of mentally disturbed individuals. I look at Sexy Red as a mentally disturbed individual. This woman is talking about having VD or sexually transmitted diseases and still having intercourse with guys. That's dangerous. You also have Lil Wayne, who's talking about getting high and getting other people to get doing dangerous drugs. He's a problem.
So how do
Talking
you
about
feel
murdering and
about
killing black folks.
certain people that get put into positions to where they feel like, hey, if they don't do it, somebody else will, so why not take this opportunity?
That's horrible.
Remember, we still looking
That
at
shows a
cooning
lack
from
of
an economic. Remember, we looking at
yeah
cooning
yeah
from
yeah
an
yeah yeah yeah
economical
yeah.
aspect. We talk about eating sugar
So
sandwiches to eating fucking steak.
no. I get what you mean by that, but the thing is that the problem with those type of individuals is that they won't take their chips and break off and build something of their own that's an entity to empower their people. They won't be able to flip it. They continually to be on that treadmill. You kind of see where I'm trying to go at with these type of individuals.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing is wrong. They don't want to build empowerment to actually be self-sustainable.
See, Hammer did it, but America prevented him from making, earnings after a while. Enough earnings to, keep that rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's certain things that kind of scare people off of things. You know what I'm saying? They could have probably threatened him with prison or threatened him with his life if he didn't stop. They was kind of giving him hell throughout that time that he was empowering Negroes. Also, same with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was just buying like people shit up and giving it to him. There's little Richard, get what the fuck you been deserving this whole time. You know what I'm saying? It goes deep with him. I didn't realize it was going that deep. He was giving the power back to the people and they killed him. But at the same time, as pro black, it may not have necessarily been in the face. At the same time, that's what I was saying. America kind of restricted Michael Jackson from Negroes, by having him tour out the country all the time. Negroes wasn't going to travel to Netherlands to go see him. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of take these people away from us to where we can't touch and feel them. That's why it's funny. You go to these concerts and shit. Go to a Jay-Z concert, go to a Beyonce concert, go to a Wayne concert. You're not really necessarily gonna see too many Negroes out there because they price them out. So a lot of people feel like they can't even go see their favorite people or go see them properly. Hell, I would like to be front row center to go see my idol or something like that, but I just can't afford it. So, black people in America do want to live freely as an American, as the way that they say that we as Americans supposed to live and do it freely and progress, progress for our families and, produce generational wealth here in America. That is something that America seems to prevent for American Negroes for us to produce generational wealth beyond our grandchildren. So how much, like I said, that drives people to say, hey, if I can't do it the Negro way, I can't even get protection from my own people. Why not step into this class?
Okay, so thing is that I see that we're both ignoring is the fact that we won't advocate and do the political work such as reparations to get that what's owed and actually hold them accountable. So we're
You got
always
Johnny
looking for.
Cochran that did that, they killed him.
But the thing
Johnny
is that
Cochran was winning. He showed you that you could win, and they
yeah.
killed him.
Well, the thing is that it's up for us to really. It's up for us to still keep going, bro. Like, I, like, I hear what you're saying.
No, like I said, I'm just throwing. I'm not giving no opinion, no way or another. But I'm just like to throw out a lot of different factors on a lot of shit. I'm
Like,
not
like,
giving
like,
no
like
opinion, no way or
we're
another.
dying, but we're dying regardless, right? Like that's
Right?
my kind of like we're dying regardless. And what I mean by we're dying regardless is that they're depriving us from the of what's owed to us, even from a constitutional level. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Is life really worth living if you're not fighting and getting what's owed?
Because they
I
said
think that
give
that's
me
the real
freedom, or because they said
give
give
me
me
death.
freedom or give me death, right?
Death. Yeah, so we don't even we say these cute phrases in these history classes, or we hear these white people in
No,
history,
that's
but
what
we have
the whites said, and like I
yeah,
said,
yeah,
the whites as
but
a
us
global collective, we a system of white supremacy via anti-blackness do exist, whether people acknowledge it or not. But it did come off of that liberty. These people were willing to die for their freedom, right?
yeah, give me. But the thing is, we have. I don't think as a collective choice, we have not said that we're going to. If you cross this line, you might not make it home tonight. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We have not come to that We have not come to that consciousness as a people, politically, socially, or anything of that nature as
So
of
you
yet. I'm
think
not
that
saying that.
do you believe that civil rights kind of broke that spirit overall? That
Yes, yes. Well, we're watching this. Our civil rights leaders getting murdered, and the people who murdered them not get properly punished did erode and did harm the psyche of the people, right? From my
yes.
perspective, like because they're like, what's the point of doing this work or doing the advocacy for my people, and my people won't even go after the people that has murdered them unjustly, and they didn't do
Do
nothing
you
wrong.
believe that these so-called civil rights gave Negroes just enough to move around somewhat comfortably?
No, it gave
To the
them
fact to where they
no,
could become millionaires and, become middle class in America, at
but
least
they're
we got
losing
that
their soul.
ability.
Yeah, you about to make me quote that Bible verse. In the guise of they lost their soul. See, the thing is, they are watching all their people not get with the same opportunity that they have, and you don't think that that's not eating them alive? Muhammad Ali even touched upon that and said that he said that everybody else got boats and houses and stuff, but I want to have all my people have the same thing, the same opportunity that I have, so that we can all live life. Something of that
And
effect. I'm paraphrasing.
it's how much of a factor do a lot of people believe that because they were able to do it or they have done it, that every American Negro in every city, in every state, in every county have the ability to, or the same opportunities to do that.
No, that's a fallacy. If that was the case,
A lot
if
of
that was
people
the
do
case,
believe this though.
but the thing is, if that was the case, we wouldn't be saying that we need the case for reparations because we would have already been in a position to move in a manner without reparations and stuff of that nature and be successful. Um, Being an entertaining puppet or whatever and getting paid for it is not a form of reparations. Even Dr. Darity talked about in the report that the celebrities and stuff is not reparations for our people. And these are the things that they have bestowed on our community and said that these were forms of reparation because this person is quote unquote is economically empowered. And that's some of the things that becomes a fallacy where this is the reason why we have more basketball players than we actually need more doctors to help combat medical apartheid, right? To stop the mental crisis that's going on in our community, right? These are the things that we do honestly do need, but I feel as a group, unfortunately, at the moment, we haven't tapped into the seriousness of our situation, because if we did, I think that we'll be fighting a lot harder and a lot differently as a people. I think that a lot of the petty
How
stuff
much
that
of
we're
a factor
doing.
do you believe that? How much of a factor do you believe that you have more people trying to live for today? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the American Negro still at the end of the day want to live as freely as what is written out that we supposed to do. But it's still off of unequal opportunities. But a lot of people feel like they don't have time to focus on that unequal opportunity because they still got a family to feed.
Well, the thing is, are people not willing to make sacrifices either before the family, after? There's gonna you're gonna have to make the
You have those people that make that sacrifice, but those that make that sacrifice come out with that attitude that if I did it, you should be able to do it too.
what?
That's as many that do, and that's
But the thing is that
that's the thing is that a coon fought for it because you encourage
yeah,
it.
well, I'm gonna say that
When you
yeah.
encourage people to make that sacrifice, you encourage families to make that sacrifice.
Well, the thing
So
is,
don't
it becomes
contradict it.
No, when I'm saying that it's a coonish mindset in the guise of how they, one, those individuals, 9 out of 10, are not building institutions for our people. They're not trying to think of ways to empower our people. They're figuring out a way to integrate further into the white
So
system,
they
white man
take
system.
theirs and use it the wrong direction.
Yeah, and that's my kind of my problem with people who have these degrees. The only reason why you should be getting a degree is to take back resources with our people and empower our community, right? So you can educate your people when they come back home. No,
That's PeckerTom Ron Sr. on a different class, though. PeckerTom Ron, I know you down there. You only motherfucker that got this. Come on up here and have this conversation with American Negroes. I will step back. You don't have to be a coward, Ronald. We can actually have this conversation without you yelling and screaming. You can get all the stuff out your way, out the way. Ronald, you ain't gotta hide. We already know it's you, and we talking about your ass too.
like the thing is, I can't really. It's not good for my mental health to be around people who wants to deny the harms of black
Well,
folks.
see, that's my thing right there. You know,
That's the craziest
no,
thing.
no, no,
Like,
no.
like
Let me tell
you
you,
gotta
this
see
this
where I'm
thing
going
with
now with
let me
that.
tell you something. This thing with PeckerTom Ron would not have went as far. Like I said, I look, I troll you like a motherfucker. He's a funny character. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, as serious as my program is, we got to have a little fun. So I do tend to make jokes and kind of go overboard and all this other different shit. So what? You can't take the shit, and I understand, it, and the program is not for you. So I advise you to move on. I have moved on from you, and yet you just can't seem to move on. This would not go as far as it has. So, like I said, we looking at two different classes of coin. You know what I'm saying? With the same ideology of certain things, and with the exception of because followers would tell you I ain't your black American, and it's funny because he go around to all these spaces and talk. Let white folk talk about whatever they want to talk about and just be rambling about nonsense. But my thing is, what type of black are you? Negro, have you figured out where this guy's coming from?
Not really. I think it comes from an aspect of. I think he's anti-black, man. Unfortunately, what I observe, um, by some of the behaviors, is that he reinforced certain types of stereotypes. One of the stereotypes is that I think that he perpetuates anti-intellectualism, and I think that that's very, very dangerous, right? That's very concerning to me. Um, Denying our harms. That's another thing that I think that's very problematic. Oh, there ain't no white supremacy or this, that, and the third. Um, and again, they're taking in the guise of you're saying that this guy is ruling over us. Well, we're saying that there is a cruel and unusual disadvantage that has been since the dawn of slavery, since here in America, the original first sin, right, of America, the original sin of slavery in United States, right? And we don't want to come to the reality. It's crazy how wait, let me dial it back. It's crazy how other groups can acknowledge white supremacy to a certain extent when it affects them. When it comes to us, we have a hard time processing that. Like you could go to an Asian person, they will tell you, yes, there is white supremacy. And but they'll and the craziest thing that's about it is all the groups will acknowledge white supremacy in the issues that's dealing with them. But when it comes to us, they do not. Then they'll deny that, even though they're not really being harmed by white supremacy like that.
Listen, PeckerTom Ron the type of motherfucker that'll go out this way when this issue with interracials, when it's an issue with interracials, he'll go out his way to defend the whites. Every white is not racist. This was not racist intent. He didn't kill Daniel Penny because he was racist. He killed him because he was yelling on the train. But we could talk about Jalen Walker getting shot at 90 times and getting hit 60 when he was running away, and you condone that because you said that he shouldn't have been running away from the police. I find it funny how I could sit up here and watch white folk literally
beat the shit out of cops before they even think about pulling a taser. They could spit on these people. They could do all types of shit. You know, but you
Wait, you know
believe
the reason why? You know the
that
reason
Sonya
why?
Macy deserved to get shot and killed.
Well, you know the reasons why? It's because they actually have the money to and the means to sue the officer.
No, I'm talking about people such as PeckerTom Ron, a lower level nigga. He's one of them niggers that white folk hate because he collects a check from the United States government, and he's more than capable of working and producing for America, but he chooses to eat off of our tax money. So I'm talking about that type of Negro. Why do you feel like Negroes' deaths is justified? You don't have nothing to say about these white folk fucking their children. This is what they do at much higher rates than reported. It is a hypocrisy level that you feel like Negroes should be punished to the max. Yet you show no type of accountability to Negroes. You know, he got me blocked now, but he already posted a Chris Rock. This the nigga that posts Chris Rock and Thomas Sowell to make his points.
Thomas Sowell and Chris Rock and these other individuals, but this is most critical to Thomas Sowell, right? I'll say the academic coon, right? These guys are very dangerous due to the fact that their information it reinforces the system of white supremacy. You kind of see what I'm saying? And see their behavior, it could impact hundreds and thousands of us. See,
you point out this animal activity, and like I said, he kind of, I don't know if you scared him off or if my questions scared him off, because, you know, I was kind of getting on him about the George Floyd stuff, and he deflected from that, and then I was kind of getting on him. He said he knew what a foundation of Black America was. I asked him to define that. He started deflecting from that, then I started moving on, and he started calling us animals and shit. So I was asking you to describe, how are you describing Black people as animals? What do you mean by animalistic behavior? Because he was saying that he hate niggas, he don't hate Black people. And this is that same ideology that Chris Rock came out with, and a lot of other coons would say, but I kind of want to know what animalistic behavior that he's speaking of specifically. So Ronald, if you could come up here and explain how a section of Black people are animals to the point to where you hate them, as if they can't be restored if it is animalistic behavior to your description, you come up here and explain what you mean by that. Now, you don't have to sit down there. We do have a mic for you. This is the conclusion of the third installment of the season 2 finale of Rasslin with Racism. Again, if you have not tuned into part 1 and part 2, it is available on YouTube, and we want to thank each and every single American Negro for tuning into this edition. The 4th installment will be available on Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. In the meantime, American Negroes, take care of yourself as an individual and protect one another as family. As our ancestor, Frankie Beverly, stated plainly, we are one. And that's the way it is. We here at Rasslin with Racism hope that each and every single American Negro enjoyed this edition of Rasslin with Racism, as we can assure you that Rasslin with Racism is not the easiest thing in the world to do. We here at Rasslin with Racism aim to exploit white truths. However, white truths isn't the easiest thing to live through. As we continue to wrestle with racism, we are in the second half of our second season, and Rasslin with Racism is hiring for key positions. We are actively seeking an editor. If you are an editor and you are an American Negro, please feel free to DM me your resume. You must be in tune with professional wrestling and social issues regarding race, specifically with American Negroes. You may DM me at non-crackers@al with the L on the end on Twitter X, which is also the place where you can find more white truths. Rasslin with Racism is also actively seeking an associate producer. Please DM me your resume if you are interested in the position. You may also DM me at non-crackers@al on Twitter X, which is also where you can find more white truths. To American Negroes, we encourage you all to voice your opinion on the state of professional wrestling